or you know, maybe you just want to give one a try and see if you like it, you can buy it digitally and then buy the second one separately as well.
Now, Hugh's very kindly brought with him 15 whole minutes of brand new Metro Redux gameplay. So we've got that on screen now. So Hugh, just talk us through, like, which part of the game is this? What's going on?
So we're showing you this level called Dead City. It's one of the classic kind of survival horror levels from Metro 2033.
Yeah, I remember it well, actually. Yeah.
And this actually illustrates one of the things that we've been able to do with the improved tech, and that's stitch some of the levels together. So in the first game, Dead City was actually split into 2 parts. Now it's just one huge continuous level. So
obviously it's got a graphics overhaul because it's in the engine used for Last Light. Did you guys tweak any of the kind of user interface, the controls and things like that?
Yeah, what we've done with 2033 is actually rebuild the entire game in the new engine framework that we developed for Metro Last Light. So some of those changes are technical and visual, so much improved lighting, animation, character models, all of those kind of things come into the mix. But we made some huge improvements to the gameplay between 2033 and Last Light. We improved the feel of the weapons, we improved the AI, we added weapon customization and some new features like the mask wipe mechanic that you'll see. All of those are kind of built into that new engine framework. So they're now present here in Metro 2033.
So what version did you capture this on? This PC, PS4?
Yeah, this is actually captured from the PC version. It was just the easiest one for us to capture at the time.
Yeah. But I mean, are they all quite equivalent in terms of how they look?
Yeah, I mean the gap is definitely narrowed. So it's no secret that that there's quite a big performance gap between the previous generation of consoles and what you can get from a high-end PC. The guys at 4A have always been looking at that high-end PC hardware as the benchmark. That gap is much narrower now with the next-gen console. So we've been able to and I think it's important that we didn't really mess with that too much. We've added a few little secrets. So for instance, this area that you're just seeing now, actually, this area was blocked off before, but you found this hidden ranger stash. We've actually dotted these little safes around the game. So you'll find some of the corpses have these red keys. If you can find them, you can unlock the safe. I didn't have one there, which is why I couldn't get into it.
Okay. So I mean, it must be because Metro's got this great reputation as being one of those games that really tests your PC. You see people writing big blogs about how they tweaked their setup perfectly to try and get the most. It's still even Metro 23 still now is like seen as this benchmark game.
Yeah.
So it must be really good to be able to show it off as you want, but on console now.
Yeah, that kind of barrier to entry to get the very best result from Metro meant spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on the very best hardware. Now we've kind of been able to bring that PC fidelity to the console audience. So I think that that's really exciting as well. And one of the other big improvements that we made between 2033 and Last Light was just improve the performance of the engine. Like you said, 2033 is still used as a benchmark. It's still stunning on PC, the original, but it is an absolute brute to run.
Yes,
it's not the most optimized piece of code, and we made huge improvements to the tech for Metro Last Light. So you'll find if you if you were struggling to run Metro 2033, the original on your PC, you'll actually be able to run Metro 2033 Redux at a much higher level of performance, and it'll look a lot better as well.
Fantastic. So tell me a bit more about, let's get into details about what the Last Light engine offers you in terms of graphic capabilities that we didn't have on. Oh no, you died.
Well, I told you it was a single take playthrough, so I managed to fall into the river there rather than jump across from the roof.
You remained unscathed though. That's okay. You're back.
Yeah, I'm going to give it another try, but trust me, I've played this a few times. It's not going to end well.
Come on, you can do it.
There we go.
Yes.
Oh, and yet.
Oh, he's got you. Oh no!
It still ends in failure. So this is the point in the mission where you think you're going to be following this guy around and he's going to look after you, and unfortunately, the route that he's taken becomes blocked off, and you have to find your own lonely way through.
I remember it. I do recall you come across those winged enemies. What are they called again? They kind of.
The demons. Although
the demons, yeah.
Bourbon famously calls them bitches.
But yeah, just to go back to the engine in particular, like if you because without seeing them side by side, like I can tell this looks great. I mean, it always looked great. But precisely what type of new is it? New is it more kind of lighting overhauls, or what type of stuff have you got?
These outdoor areas really kind of show it off the most. I mean, Metro's always had phenomenal lighting from the first one, but it was much better at interior environments. You know, torchlight, candlelight, etc. The outdoor areas tended to be kind of quite flat and grey. That they sort of had a lifeless charm about them. One of the things, and actually an upgrade to the engine that we're using, is that we now have global illumination, so we have much more naturalistically lit outdoor environments. So when you look up to the look up to the buildings, you'll see the clouds scudding across the sky and sunlight breaking through. That kind of caused us to go back and revisit a lot of the the textures for the outdoor areas. As I say, we're using all of the high-res PC textures from the original game throughout the two next-gen titles now, but in the outdoor areas, we've given everything like a lick of paint, so you can see the snow underfoot there, and the frozen vegetation, and the new water effects. Fantastic.
So I remember when playing Metro 2033 myself, because you mentioned that this new version has some upgrades to the AI. Because I remember in some of the kind of stealthy sections, the AI would sometimes forget. I seem to recall it would sometimes forget that, you know, if they'd seen you and you lost them, they might then kind of reset to default. So basically what I'm wondering is what kind of changes are we going to see in terms of AI?
Yeah, so one of the changes we made between 2033 and Last Light was, first of all, the AI is all perception-based, so if one guy spots you, the other guys don't necessarily all know where you are. They actually have to seek you out. So if you do get detected, you can take down one of your enemies and then sneak back into the darkness, and then they'll go on a seek and destroy routine, and it's kind of quite tense as you see their flashlights trying to pick you out, and you move from cover to cover, and then either slip past undetected or take them head on. So it just makes the combat, particularly against humans, feel a lot more tactical, a lot more enjoyable this time around.
Fantastic. Well, Hugh, it's been a pleasure having you on stage. Thank you so much for showing off Metro Redux. If